First of all, a big win, obviously, for our program. Texas A&M, one of the top teams in the country in their home field. We challenged our players, to improve each week and each game, and they've done that. And I'm very proud of those guys. We've been working on getting our edge back, and we're getting closer. And it's a big win for our program right now.
Any questions?
That zone read is just taking off. How much did you guys use that this game?
Well, we tried too early with some different formations. They did a good job mixing it up. Our plan was to be in the game at halftime and try to wear them down in the second half. And I think for the most part, it worked.
Marcus,
on that last timeout, the first timeout you called with about 45 seconds to go. What were you thinking? Was that from Ellis up top? Or
we just wanted to catch our breath. We kind of figured out what to do. We wanted to make sure and try to make sure the big guy didn't beat us. He's a phenomenal player, and just wanted to kind of catch our breath, catch our bearings, and get the plane for the next couple.
That call there on the throw to Marcus Davis for the touchdown. What was there? Was the big?
Yeah, it was big. They were playing zero, and they were putting everybody on the line of scrimmage, and they kind of bottled stuff a couple times, and I think it was a third down play, if I remember right. And Marcus made a great catch, and our quarterback made a great throw.
Was that your decision to make that particular play? Obviously, was that something that you kind of came up on this spur of the moment?
Me and Coach Lashley do it together. Coach Lashley deserves a lot of credit today. He had these guys prepared, and like I said, they were executing very good in the fourth quarter when we needed to.
It's about pursuit by the defense. It does seem like they're trying to get to the sideline instead of trying to make that big play all game.
What's that?
Your defensive line, your linebackers seem to be going, pushing to the sideline.
You got to try to bottle up the guy. He's phenomenal when things break down. But in the fourth quarter, when he came back, I think we were a little bit fresher there, and we made two big plays towards the end.
Guys, did you think you were advanced enough offensively to score in a battle with them?
We're learning about our team every week. They answered this test. We feel like we've improved. Even last week, we played a 1AA opponent, but we improved, I felt like. And so it was just, we were curious how we respond on the road, better than we did against LSU. And, I'm very proud.
Can you discuss that last offensive drive? You ran the ball really well with Trey and Nick. It seemed like you kind of rededicated to the run on that specific drive.
Yeah. Well, in the fourth quarter, we started going four wide and kind of spreading them out. When we were going the heavy sets, they were taking some chances right there. We kind of got them spread out. We let Nick read it a couple times. And, after we got a first down, we just started pace running. And, they were tired. And that's what we wanted to do.
Trey really picked up some really hard yards for you today. Just how big was that? It got you some first down.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. He's an extremely tough guy. He was a little banged up coming into the game. And, he really rose the occasion. I think our offensive line did too.
What are you thinking when Trey scores that go-ahead touchdown? There's a minute 19, I think, left. You're giving it back to the defense, but you're also giving it back to the player you said is the best player in college football.
Yeah, hey, it was a challenge for our defense, and they found a way to get it done. Their quarterback's unbelievable. They got great receivers. Their offensive line's good. They got good running backs. They're a good team. They're a top 10 team. Our guys found a way to win.
How far has that defensive line come these last 3 weeks?
No, they've gotten better each week, and the great thing is we play a lot of guys. And I think that really made a big difference in the fourth quarter. I think we were a little bit faster than they were, and they were a little bit slower right here. Our defensive line, they're hunting about it. At times we gave up yards, but they're a good team.
If they're a top 10 team, you come in here and beat them, what does that make you guys?
I don't know. I'll let everybody decide that. I just know we're taking it one game at a time. We've not arrived yet. We've gotten better each week. We want to continue to get better, and I think we can if we stay healthy. But like I said, we'll take it one step at a time, and we'll look back in the year and we'll figure it out.
That makes 2 game-winning drives with Nick and the offense in the last 2 to 3 minutes of a game. I guess just talk about what you've gotten from them.
Yeah, for a guy that didn't go through spring, Mississippi State was a big win at home, a lot of pressure, and on the road, one of the toughest places to play college football environment. Nick did a great job.
Let's talk about kind of keeping them one-dimensional. You were able to stop the running game and make them throw the football. How big was that?
Yeah, you got to take away something, and the running backs are extremely good. And when you play dime and you put 2 safeties back, they're smart enough to just keep running the football. And Coach Johnson did a good job mixing things up, and it was good.
I'd say Manziel was able to connect with Evans a lot, and that was really all the scoring there. What was the preparation like to prepare for a guy who's just that big, obviously it's a tremendous challenge and he had to break that.
Well, I mean, you gotta mix it up a little bit. He's a great player. And, those two had the it factor, and we knew that. And he did a good job separating, made some big catches, you know. And a couple times we didn't cover. He just goes back shoulder. That's tough. You gotta get some help, and if you get help, they run the football. So it's kind of a you gotta mix things up.
What were the last 48 hours like when Josh Halsey goes down in practice and what the defense and teams kind of been like last week?
Well, you know, it's a tough deal, and but this team, we played without a lot of our guys, you know, and our guys find a way, and everybody steps up and they raise their level. And, we're going in the right direction right now.
Just for you,
I like our team.
for you personally, with having this win this early, a big win like this on the road against top 15, what does it mean for you and with the program?
Yeah, you know, I hadn't had time to sit back and think about it, other than the fact that, you know, I'm just proud of our team. We're gonna enjoy this victory, and we'll get ready for next week. And like I said, at the end of the year, we'll figure out where we're at. But our guys are bought into what we're doing. We got outstanding coaches, we're all together.
Can you speak to your emotions after the win? Obviously, you were hugging, you know, just high-fiving, just enjoying the moment. I saw you even jumped around with the team a little bit.
Oh, you did?
Just, yeah. Just talk about the emotion. Can you?
Yeah, I'm proud of our players. I mean, proud of our players, how far they've come, what they went through to get here. I mean, just to see smiles on their face and, you know, have a sense of accomplishment, a big game on the road. You know, it just makes you feel good as a coach and tells me we're going in the right direction. Like I said, we've not arrived yet. We got a lot of areas we can improve on.
Talk about Ryan White, senior, having changed positions this week.
Played position, changed position on Thursday night, I mean, against that offense. He's a veteran guy. He's done a great job for us this year. He's been a guy that hadn't done a whole lot at this point in his senior year. He's really coming on. Proud of him.
Because you said from day one that it's a new day, you changed the focus, and you put last year to bed, but when you've seen the process from the time you first got here to now, and seeing the change in the players, the mindset, the
Well,
wins,
the players deserve all the credit. I mean, they worked extremely hard, bought into what we're doing. They play together, they play for each other. You know, we don't have any individuals. And we're playing good coach right now.
You guys have talked so much about making mistakes in the red zone. You had one score touchdown anyway. You guys were 6 for 6 today in the red zone.
Okay.
Talk about your red zone, you know, with conversions and.
Yeah, it was big. I think the third down, the big one to Quan Bray on the scramble. I mean, that was a huge play right there. It was good. We got that one. And then you got to score points against a team like them. I got it good.
Is this something you just focused on in practice here of late, in the red zone?
Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time offensively and defensively on the red zone.
Take a few more.
Defensive line, obviously, we talked about the pressure a little bit earlier, but really seemed to amp it up late. I mean, you know, that rotation obviously got a lot of pressure. D Ford, you know, rose to the occasion. Talk about kind of the extra effort you got from the
Well, I
line.
think anytime, you know, Coach Carter rotates them and tries to keep them fresh. We talked about we're going to get the fourth quarter, we're going to be in better condition. I mean, that was kind of our plan. And I think for the most part, I felt like we were.
Talk about the end of the half, it's sort of a crazy sequence there, you just missed 2 touchdowns. When Sammy,
Oh,
ball for
yeah.
Sammy.
You know, hey, you're on the 1 inch line. It's kind of one of those deals that we felt like we had a chance. And, you know, we threw one, we kind of threw it, and we ran the football. And we felt like we'd get them in some single coverage. And, of course, they doubled, but still, it's a really good throw by Nick. But, you know, hey, you're just sitting there and you get a feel for calling the game. Obviously, it didn't work out. But, hey, we're going to be aggressive. I mean, I think we had to be aggressive against this bunch on the road.
Red zone defense, holding them to the field goal there, that was one of the biggest plays.
You know, it really was. Holding the field goal was huge, and you know, our defense has done that pretty much all year. Hold teams to field goals, and that's huge.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.